Dallas police say they have a man in custody charged with deadly conduct for causing the explosion that injured 4 Dallas firefighters. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve EAGAR. It's 9 o'clock. Philip Dankins is charged with 7 counts of deadly conduct. He allegedly fired shots into an apartment hours before the explosion, striking a stove and cutting a gas line. Later, when firefighters came out to investigate the smell of gas, the building at the Highland Hills apartment complex in Oak Cliff exploded. Fox 4's PEYTON YAGER spoke with a relative of one of those injured firefighters and some displaced residents as well tonight. PEYTON.
Steve, the cause was determined after fire investigators spoke with witnesses and people who work at the apartment complex. Investigators eventually found a punctured gas line in a stove. Then they passed this information off to Dallas police, which led to 7 new charges filed today. Meanwhile, for family of one of the victims, they call this news very emotional.
It's been a journey, and there's a lot ahead of us.
Brendan Gadomski's brother, Dallas firefighter Christopher Gadomski, has been in the hospital for 21 days. The 49-year-old captain is still recovering after he was severely injured in last month's apartment explosion in Oak Cliff. 25% of his body is badly burned. Both of his legs are broken.
He's been an inspiration.
Meanwhile, Tuesday, Dallas police say they believe they know what caused the September explosion, which injured 8 people, including 4 firefighters. Hundreds of residents were displaced.
It was an emotional day today, finding out that they were able to file the charges.
Tuesday, 7 deadly conduct charges were filed in connection to the blast against 28-year-old Philip Dankins. Police say hours before the explosion, Dankins was involved in an altercation and a weapon was fired inside an apartment. A bullet hit a stove and severed a gas line. On the morning of September 29th, Dallas Fire Rescue came out to investigate a gas odor at the complex when the apartment exploded. Multiple buildings were damaged, and at the time, investigators only disclosed that home appliances were part of the investigation.
So the police asked, did you hear gunshots? How many times, how many rounds did you hear? Did you hear anybody fire back?
Adelia Camarillo says she heard gunshots the night before the blast. For almost 3 weeks, her family has bounced from hotel to hotel. The city of Dallas is paying for their stay until hot water and gas are restored.
We anticipate that gas will be turned on sometime tomorrow at Highland Hills Apartments.
Camarillo received this email Tuesday afternoon saying her stay has been extended to Thursday.
Just waiting on somebody else to answer all the questions.
But for Brendan Gadomski, there's no question the firefighters who showed up on that September day are heroes.
Citizens of Dallas should be proud for the fire department they have working on for them.
Dankins was arrested on October 3rd for separate charges. He has a federal gun charge against him as a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. He also has a prior. He's previously convicted for an aggravated robbery in 2010. 2 Dallas firefighters are still in the hospital tonight. 1 was released over the weekend.